Hey everybody, it's Wes. Yes, we're back. So, this is going to be episode 1. I'm going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. This is the first video that I made in the series, just setting up the tools you need to do a basic texture mod. You need these four in order to do it. And then what I would do is I would just download these, put them all in the same folder. So you definitely want to go get this list, and then you're going to go here and then click on the dots over here and then download that. Put that in your mods folder or your work in progress mods folder. Then you're going to click on the second link. It's going to take you to Fluffy Quack's Patreon, which is free to download this. And then it's going to have all of this stuff inside of that. And then you're going to go to Rich Whitehouse's page, go to NOESIS down here, download that. And then the fourth link is going to take you to the RE Mesh plugin for NOESIS. And you want to click on that and download that. You want to open that, and then after you've installed NOESIS, you're going to put the FMT RE Mesh Pi file inside the NOESIS plugins Python folder. So put the Pi file in the Python folder, and you should be good to go. And then also you would want to install Gimp, which you can get at gimp.org. It's like a free Photoshop light, I guess. So once you do all that, just set up a folder and then go to, let's see. So my folder is called Dead Rising DR Mods Work. You can call yours whatever you want. And then I have the mods that I'm working on in my mods work in progress, WIP. This is probably where you're going to spend the majority of your time in your work in progress folder. And then also I'm creating the mod in this folder here. So if I go to my Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster folder, I'm going to copy this file, RE-Chunk00 pack, that has all of the game files in it except the DLC. The DLC has its own folder up there, but we'll worry about that later. We don't need that. So copy this file to a folder where you want to unpack it. So I've got my mods work folder. I've got the mod that I'm working on here, but I have all of the DRDR files in its own folder. So I pulled that file over here, and then I made sure I have my list folder that I talked about in this DRDR folder. I'm separating all of this stuff. I don't want anything messed up in the game over here. Leave that alone. So once you copy this, just close this or minimize it or whatever. And then with the list file here, I'm going to right click on extract pack.bat. And then I want to make sure that this says DRDR PC release.list, and then save that. That's going to help the extraction label everything. Then you can just drag RE chunk here on top of extract bat, and it's going to create this, which has all of the game files in it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to RE chunk, natives, STM, character, player, PL00, model C001, and then texture. So this is Frank's default outfit: the pants, the boots, the white shirt, and this leather jacket. This is a smaller file. I need to make note of that. So I'll copy that, and then I'll go ahead and put that in my my other folder. So let me back up here just a second. So if I go to my mods work in progress, I want to create a folder that I'm going to put my mod in, and then I'm just going to recreate those folders. So I've got natives, STM, character player PL00 model C001 texture, and then I already pasted that texture in here. Okay, so then I can go back, and I'm gonna have to do this twice. So natives STM, we just saw the character folder structure. Then I want to create a streaming folder, which has the higher quality textures. And then I can just copy, I can copy this, or I can just recreate it. But it's the same thing. Inside the streaming folder, it does character player PL00 model 001 texture. Okay. This file is different though. It's larger, right? So make sure you're not copying this file in there. You want to back up in where your files are, or go back to where your files are. Go to streaming here, character player PL00 model C001 texture. Make sure you have the larger file here. They're called the same thing, but they're different file sizes. This is the larger one. So you're going to copy that, and you're going to paste that in your streaming folder. And then you shouldn't need anything else from your Dead Rising unpacked folders. So you can just minimize that. We're trying to be nice and organized here, because I've tried to make this video like 11 times already. So we have our folder set up. We have files that we want to edit. The only thing we need to worry about is the manifest, but don't worry about that yet. I'm gonna, show you guys that in a minute. So we've got our mod, which is pink shirt, right? We've got our native set up. They branch off right here. This is the lower quality texture. This is going to be the higher quality texture. So now what we want to do is we want to go to NOESIS, which I've got right here. And then I've got pink shirt right here, but I'll show you guys. I'm in the mods work in progress, pink shirt, natives, STM, and then I'll start in character player, go all the way to where my texture is, which is right there. I can see it when I double click on that file. This is the lower quality one. And then I can right click, export that, and then export it. Export complete, and then close this. So if you click and go back, you'll see that you exported that one. Then I would do the same thing for the streaming higher quality file. You can see that's a larger file right there. Right click, export it, export that, close it, click, and you can see that's a much larger file there. So you've got both of these here. You're ready to edit the file in question. So what I'll do is I'll go to Gimp, and then open up Gimp here. Close this because I messed that up earlier. And then go to File, Open, and then where are we at? We're in the streaming folder here, so I'll open that one first. And then I'll go to Open again, and then I'll go back to STM, Character Player, Model, and then here's my lower quality texture. Okay, so this one's bigger, that one's bigger, that one's smaller. So what I would just do is click on, you could do whatever, you could draw on this or whatever, but what I did was I just created a new layer, which is right here, right? Got my paint bucket, picked a color, doesn't matter. I did hot pink because that's my favorite color. And then I filled it, went back over here, right clicked on that layer and flattened it. And then I just did the same thing for this one. Create a new layer, okay. Filled it, flattened it. So then I go to export. Make sure I am in the right file, and I am. I can see the original there. I'm going to export to the TGA. I'm going to replace it. I'm going to export it. And then I'll do the same thing for the smaller one. Okay, so that part's done. I should not need this program again. So I'll minimize that. And then I can see I still have my stuff here. I've got my lower quality one there, and I've got my higher quality one there. Okay. From here, all you really need to do is right click, export, go to main output type. Make sure you select Dead Rising DR texture. Okay. Then you're going to export that, and it's going to say, what do you want to inject? You want to inject the original file, but make sure you're in the right thing, because I messed that up earlier. So we're starting with the streaming first. I can tell because I'm in that one right there. Okay, so I want to inject this file. Okay. And then that's complete. So I'll close this. Then I'll go to my lower quality one. Click on the TGA file, right click it, export it. Go to Dead Rising in my main output type. Export that. Inject. Make sure I'm injecting the correct file, which I'm not in the correct folder here. So make sure you're doing this right. Make sure you're in your mods folder, you're in your, the mod in question, all that. Take your time with this, because if you don't, you're going to screw it up like I did like a bunch of times, and you're going to get frustrated. So don't do that. Just take your time. Okay. So all of that should be good. We should have everything that we need there. I don't know why that's so big, but whatever. So we have our folder set up. We have our mod set up. The only thing we need now is a manifest. So you can create this manifest file, or you can download this mod, because I'm going to upload this pink shirt mod to Nexus, but you're going to have to unpack it like we did with the RE chunk thing if you want to see all the files like this. Just warning you that, now. So, or you could just create this underscore manifest in all capital, and then create a text file called manifest. And then you're just typing out the route for the files that you changed. So you're just telling it to load these files. So we've got natives, STM, character, player, PL00, model C001, texture, and then the Dead Rising text file. And then the same thing, except it's natives, STM, streaming, and then character, player, yada, yada, yada. Same thing, but this is going to be the larger file. And then manifest, underscore manifest / manifest.txt. And then just save that. But I'll upload this if you guys want to, or you could download another mod and just use theirs, and just make sure you change the manifest. So once you do that, you've got your mod right here. What I would do is I would drag this to createddpack.bat. Every time I did create pack, I dragged my mod on top of create pack. It screwed it up. So I don't know why Dragon's Dogma 2, I'm assuming that's what that means. I don't know why that works and this one doesn't, but whatever. So I dragged that on top of, I already did it. So drag that on top of create dd2 pack.bat, and it's going to create pink shirt pack. Okay. From there, if you want to test it, you should probably already have this, but you want to get Fluffy Mod Manager, right? There's my mod that I've been working on, the Risque 360 black and white shirt throwback. but then I put my pink shirt pack mod in the Dead Rising Remaster mods folder for Fluffy Quack, or excuse me, Fluffy Mod Manager. And then, yeah, I just refreshed the mod list and then clicked on this to make sure it was turned on. And then I can launch my game. And then I'll show you guys. What that looks like. So hopefully that makes sense and I didn't forget anything. I don't think that I did, but let me switch to windowed mode here. I didn't think about that. 1,000 apologies. Okay. Okay, so here's Dead Rising, right? Start game, continue game. We should be good. So I'm gonna go in here. Where's my controller? That'll probably be a lot easier. I don't want to show you this shirt because I'll probably get YouTube mad. Oh, I turned it off. Never mind. Duh. There you go. So all we did was we just, you know, put a pink layer on top of that and squashed it, and now his shirt is pink. The buttons are in another text file, so those are still white. But yeah, hopefully that all makes sense. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to try to answer all of them. Again, there's another video that I talked about in the previous video you should watch, which is much shorter. This is going to be, you know, a longer explanation, but take your time with it. Don't get frustrated. It's a little overwhelming at first, but you know, it's not that big of a deal once you kind of get into a routine. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna go cook lunch, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do next, but I might take a little time and figure out where we're going with the channel. So yeah, thanks everybody.